Welcome to the Midlife Leap, a lifestyle talk show for women in midlife, sharing tips and interviews on topics ranging from business, career, current news, fashion, shopping, health, travel, and so much more. Please subscribe to this channel so you'll receive alerts of new episodes. And like this video so that other midlife women just like you will be alerted by YouTube to check out the Midlife Leap show. Pushing towards your goal can feel overwhelming, especially when there's no forward movement and you feel stuck, stagnant. It becomes harder because we're focused and stuck on the problem. Now, sometimes it is difficult to even focus on the desired results, the desired goal as a result. But to resolve this issue, flip your reaction to the problems and ask, what is the opportunity here? And then focus on the opportunity. This is your Midlife Leap Espresso. My guest joined us in season 1 for episode 5, sharing branding tips for business owners. Now she's back to share tips on how you can attract more clients and customers. Adrienne M. White is an award-winning brand strategist, website designer, marketing coach, speaker, industry influencer, and YouTuber. She specializes in helping women service-based business owners develop brands, websites, and processes that attract and convert more clients to grow a 6-figure business. In 2013, she launched AMW Marketing and Design and has helped hundreds of small businesses and nonprofits across the nation. Welcome back, Adrienne.
Thank you for having me.
So, sometimes it feels like everybody is vying for our attention. So how do you help your clients to do something different to attract customers?
Vying for customers' attention?
Yeah. How do you help them stand out?
Yeah, so I have multiple techniques that I recommend, their strategy, shall we say, to help them stand out. So you want me to say them all now? Or
maybe just share 3.
Okay, so I'll share 3. So my first strategy I recommend is the cohesiveness strategy. And this is where your brand design and look and feel looks cohesive online. A lot of entrepreneurs, when we're starting out, and even just in our first few years of business, if you didn't get your brand professionally designed and you have a brand style guide and all that stuff, most of us are kind of piecemealing, what do we put on our social media? What's the look and feel? What font should we use? What colors should we use? So having brand standards helps you kind of alleviate that situation where you're trying to figure out what should the look and feel look like, and it really sets it for you. So I recommend with the cohesiveness strategy to definitely try and create a brand style guide. You can find templates for it on canva.com. And that's where you have your logo in there. You have a color scheme. You have the fonts that you use. And those fonts are the same fonts that you would use in your social media posts, in your emails, anything that goes out from your company. And also having a photo inspiration board, which shows examples of the look and feel of the pictures that you should be posting online to promote your brand.
I'm already breaking the font rule.
A lot of people do.
Wow. So what's your next tip?
Is professionalism strategy. So the professionalism strategy, I'm sure most of us, are very professional in the way that we promote our business, represent ourselves, but sometimes their website does not exude professionalism. So I definitely recommend that if you're designing your own site, maybe start with an existing template that looks really, really good, and then customize it for your company instead of trying to kind of create it from scratch. Another thing that you can do if you're designing your own site is look at your competitors' sites and compare your site to theirs. Are there elements on your competitors' sites that you can incorporate into your website to look more, professional. So yeah, that's my second strategy.
Okay. Sometimes that can be kind of scary though, because some people, their websites look just absolutely amazing. They've been putting thousands into it and years into it.
Mm-hmm.
So do a lot of clients, do they recognize that they can change their website, maybe not beat themselves up with the initial process?
Well, if they're coming to me, they recognize that because I do website design. So they're, coming to me saying, I want to change. But yeah, some people don't realize that they don't necessarily need to build a whole new site to change their site. Depending on the platform that they're using, sometimes there's just simple updates that you can make and kind of, maybe adding a social media feed, or there's something called above the fold. So above the fold means that on the home page, when you first go to the site, what do people see without scrolling down, which is below the fold. So above the fold, maybe something that will enhance your site is making your above the fold content a lot more engaging and having like a call to action button that tells people to learn more about you or to book a call with you. That can make a big difference on your website with professionalism, as well as converting more clients, getting more leads.
I'm actually surprised. I still find people who claim to have a business, not saying that they don't, but they don't have a website in this day and age. Mm-hmm. And of course, they're not really getting work, but I don't understand how can you have a business without any type of a website.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of people that are out there without websites. It is possible to have a business without a site, but it kind of is doing you a disservice, and it could be preventing their growth because they're like, as you grow your business, and as you promote your business, especially if you have a strong social media presence, you're going to have a lot of people that are going to be interested, but some of those people want to validate who you are. If you're an authority in your industry, what's your background? And if they don't find that, then they may not feel comfortable working with you. I know me personally, I never rarely, like 1% of the time, will hire someone who doesn't have a website, because I just feel like that's representation of how professional their company is. And if they don't have a site, I just, it's kind of like, if they burn me, that's kind of my bad, because I did my due diligence researching them and I didn't find a site. So you don't want someone to cancel you out because you don't have a site. It helps you, and you also control the narrative of it. So, other people might post your bio, but you can post your own bio with your own, highlighting whatever are your strengths and weaknesses and things. And they might be things that other people don't know about, if they were to tell somebody else about your business. So Control the narrative, control what you're showcasing, your portfolio, testimonials. It gives you a centralized home. It's a home for your business. So I strongly suggest every serious entrepreneur have a website.
That was my point also. It lets me know if they're at least serious, or at least appear to be, regarding having a business. So what's your third tip? We might get another one in there.
So my third tip is the conversion strategy. So this strategy is really talking about how you should set up some type of sales funnel, preferably an automated sales funnel for your business to get more leads. So what this usually is comprised of is what I like to call a PDF lead capture. So it's a PDF guide, checklist, one pager, that's helpful information to your target market. And it's something that you can promote. It's something that people will enter their email in to get, and then you have their email, which makes them a lead. So in my automated sales funnel process, usually we start with like a PDF. They enter their email to receive it. And you can set that up in your email marketing solution like MailChimp, ConvertKit. I use ActiveCampaign. And then once they sign up for it, send them a series of emails, kind of, explaining who you are, showing your credibility, maybe putting a case study or a testimonial in there, and then have a call to action. Again, you're going to hear me say call to action a lot, for them to take a step towards becoming a client of yours. So if you have a service-based business, that next step could be to book a complimentary strategy call with you. And you have a link to it in those emails. So that's what I would recommend, is to have a conversion strategy that you set up once and it kind of works for you. Like you could just promote the guide, which is, beneficial to them. And then they can potentially get on your calendar, which is what you want.
Okay. And actually, speaking of the sales funnel, so there's been many times I see great ads on like IG, Facebook, service businesses that I may be interested in buying their, signing up for their workshop or whatever it may be. But I've gotten to where I am completely turned off when I can't at least see the price of their program. Like, I like full disclosure. I don't want to give them my email without already knowing if I can afford you, want to pay for your service. Maybe I'll put it on the back burner for later when I decide that that's in my budget, or I have time. Like, specifically for me, it's generally time. Like, do I want to pay $500, $600, $3,000 for a program that I know I don't have time to start right now? Like, technically, I think I have about 3 or 4 programs I paid for, and I haven't had time to start any of them right now.
I know that feeling.
Yeah, so I've seen some really great ones, and I don't even bookmark them because I feel like they're not even willing to disclose their price, like the trickery. And I don't know if that's the right thing to say, but I've been completely turned off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, so I understand why some businesses don't feel comfortable, having their prices on their website or disclosed. But I recommend that people put prices on their sites. And I have updated my site so that every product or service that I'm offering, there's a link they can find out more information, and the price is right there. I've been guided, different ways. Don't show it, tell them on the call and stuff. But kind of like you said, Sunita, I'm the type of person where I want that information. I need a ballpark.
Yes. And I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to spend 5 minutes of my time not knowing if your price is something I want to pay for.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's conflicting information on it, because some people feel as though they want to show you the value of what they are offering before they tell you the price. But in this day and age, especially when your competitors may have their prices listed, we want to know the price. So I created a video. I feel very passionate about this. And I even created a video about, should I show prices on my website, on my YouTube channel? But I recommend including prices. It doesn't necessarily have to be like front and center on your website, but if they're looking for more information, that the pricing should be there. So I put pricing in my not one pagers, but like if I send someone a flyer or brochure about a program, I have pricing on my sales pages. I strongly recommend pricing.
Yeah, and I trust the person better because I feel like they're not trying to waste my time and they're not tricking me. And I get the concept, but I feel that when that was done, if there weren't that many people doing it, so it was okay. But now everybody's doing it, and I'm done. I'm really like, I'm not clicking. I'm not giving you my email. Give me something, at least save my time and let me know. Because like there's a PR woman, I get her emails. I'm going to sign up for her program. And I like that she disclosed her price. It's just that I'm like, okay, I just need to get the time and make sure I'm not going to pay this $4,000. And it's sitting there for a year before I get to it.
Right. Yeah, all of that is important. Also disclosing closing, maybe like having a facts section. One of the things that I have in my facts is how long is this course actually going to be available to me? So like you, where I'm like, I might sign up for something because I see the deal now, but I know realistically, I'm not going to be able to get to it until like 3 to 6 months from now. So are you cutting off access after 3 months? Do I have access for a year? Is it access forever? Like, that's information we need to know.
You just got a whole bunch of clients right there. Because I know I've been turned off. Is there another tip that you would want to share? And then also please make sure you share how a potential client can find you.
Tip. So my final tip is the guidance strategy. One of the biggest barriers between a lot of entrepreneurs from hitting their goal, achieving what the success that they want to achieve in their business is that they're afraid to be guided by anybody else, and specifically to invest in guidance by somebody else. When you're growing your business as an entrepreneur, as a solopreneur, because a lot of us are, have a business of one, we're managing so much, and there's so much that you have to do. You're doing sales, you're doing marketing, you're doing execution of whatever your products and services are. You're maybe managing a team with contractors or whatever. So you're doing all of these different things, and we're not necessarily experts in all of those different areas. And sometimes we waste time and take longer for us to be successful because we're trying to do it all ourselves. It's really important to get guidance from experts in certain areas. For example, when I went full-time with my business 3 years ago, I knew, that I was going full-time. I knew that I wanted to be successful. I knew I wanted to scale it to a 6-figure business, but I didn't know how I was going to scale it. I was like, okay, I'm just put myself out there, see what happens. And I really needed guidance on a strategy to follow to really, get the sales going and get the leads going. So I hired a business coach, and she had a plan. She was a multimillionaire, and she had a plan that I executed that grew my business in way quicker time than it would have taken if I was trying to figure it all myself. So there's certain areas of your business that you may not want to spend that much time on. My clients come to me because they've spent a lot of time on their website and it's not looking how they want it to look. It's not as professional as they want it to look. Or maybe they're trying to do their brand. They can't figure out how to do a brand style guide, or it's just, it's just not exuding the professionalism and beauty that they want it to exude. So they come to me because I'm the expert in that area, and I'm able to help them achieve the result that they're looking for in a quicker time period and with less frustration. So as a business owner, you just have to kind of get used to investing in yourself and in the business. Sometimes you have to spend money to make money. And as a full-time entrepreneur, I've definitely learned that the times that I have invested in my business in those ways are they contribute to my business having success.
Yeah. And I definitely feel that once you try to do it yourself, even if it's just a couple of hours, you realize when you do hire someone, an expert for that, you realize that it's an investment. There's value in hiring that person because you just tried to do it and you was bumping your head against the wall. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Yeah. And so I know I'm talking about websites a lot, but that's what I do. Or you may design a beautiful site. It's beautiful, it's out there, but you might not know anything about search engine optimization. So your site looks great, but it can't be found on Google easily, or you're on like the 20th page of Google. Sometimes those are things that, it's just better to outsource to get it done right and get it if you're concerned about search engine optimization, getting the index by Google as close to the first page as possible.
Perfect. So how would a potential client reach you?
Yeah, so there are a couple ways to reach me. You can, first of all, follow me on my social media channels. I am at Brand with AMW, M as in Mary. on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm on LinkedIn and YouTube. You can also visit my website, which is www.brandwithamw.com. And you can learn all about me, check out my courses, memberships, and one-on-one programs, and obviously get in touch if needed.
Perfect. Thank you so much for joining us again, Adrienne, my future family. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Okay, bye.